You are your routines. So yeah, you are your routines. And if you let the environment control your routines, the environment controls who you are. And your routines are just a reflection of your self-image. So it starts with your self-image, and you are on this self-image, you see yourself as a certain person, and this certain person has a certain frequency, a certain future it's attuning itself to. And on that frequency, you are building your self image. First, it starts with thoughts, then your habits, and then your habits lock into being automatic. So, self image, habits that become automatic, and then you are attuned to a frequency. You are only changing your frequency, your attunement, self image, the vision of the future, then routines become automatic, and then your actions and perspective are aligned. And only when your habits and perspective are aligned with effective actions, then the outside energy can adapt to you. But so many people, they have an idea, oh, this is what I want, but then they get distracted by external influence, money, or by a job, or school, girls, substances, television, whatever, and they can never really truly attune their inner vision and self-image to that future. But only when you can be alone, stay in your own energy, adapt your habits, make those habits automatic, and adapt them to the vision, and then start to keep holding the vision while having these habits automatically. That's the moment your inner world becomes stronger than the outer world, and you can change the outer world in your own unique way. But we are born in a system where we are actually giving away our strongest power, and that's our perspective, our energy. Our perspective and energy is influenced from a young age by the system we are forced in. So we have to start taking back control over our inner world, start taking back control over our daily routine, and start taking actions on our unique vision. And if you say, yeah, but I have to make money, I have to pay rent, I have to do this, I have to do that, it's your self-image that's the problem, and not the external. Because when you truly fix your self-image, you aren't talking in excuses anymore. And that's what a lot of people do not realize. It's not the external that's the problem, it's the internal that's the problem. Because if you truly have a self image of that person that's capable of reaching those results, you aren't communicating in lack. You are not blaming the external for not being capable of reaching your results. No, you will start a different way of communicating why you are in the situation you are in right now. So if you're saying, why don't you live in freedom as a digital nomad? Yeah, because I have to pay rent right now. I have a contract with this job. I have children to feed. I have da 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 da. All these reasons why they are not living the life they want to live, but they are saying, oh, I want to live in freedom. I want to live the same lifestyle. Yeah, but the biggest problem is you say you want something, but you do not really want it enough. And that's the thing. So many people, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Yeah, you want all these things, but your inner world is not clear. You have to pick one reality, one timeline you truly want to live, based on awareness, who you are as a person, and what makes you happy, what life makes you truly happy. And for me, that was, living as a digital nomad, now living the van life, being capable wherever I want to be, building my business every day with a different environment, now close to the beach, nice weather. And that's how I want to live my life. And I made it a priority. And all the things fell into place because I locked into that self image. I locked into that vision. And if you do not lock yourself in a certain vision, in a certain frequency, and create awareness in that frequency, you will be always be a slave of the system that's forced upon you. And it's such a shame if I look at people. So now I'm almost 32. But if I look at people my age, 32, they are still going to parties, still doing all that stuff that I was doing in my 20s. I'm thinking to myself, you are all wasting your life. And then they start a family because they make a child by accident, and then they are stuck paying money to a bank. That makes them charge like 2.5 times the amount they are lending for their house, and then you're forever stuck paying off the money to a bank, going to a job you hate to support your family. Don't you see this is a mental trap? Aren't you people capable of seeing this as a mental trap? It's like the same story with COVID. They create a disease, and then they create like the solution, and then the solution is actually killing people. It's like, don't you people see the bigger picture every time something happens? It's like, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. Why aren't people capable? Why aren't people making enough connections in their brain to see the bigger picture of what's happening around them? Don't you all see we are being tricked into a system that never allows you to reach your full potential? Only when you start protecting your energy, when you start to create a clear image of the vision you want to move to, start not caring about what other people think, only care about what people think who are already living the life you want to live. Why would you care what people think if they are not living the life you want to live? Why do you care? It's because these people have influenced you vibrationally that you started to care. But when you observe it from a different angle, you will start to understand that that energy is not bringing you any benefits over the long term. So why would you even keep on mixing with certain people? Why would you even keep on going to that job if you can see that over the long term it does not bring you any closer to the reality you want to live? And if you do not know what kind of reality you want to live, go to nature, be alone, and start to reflect back on your emotions. What am I feeling? What am I feeling? Am I feeling negative emotions? Okay, if I'm feeling negative emotions, where do these feelings come from? And then you walk in nature, you be alone, you don't talk, you're not on your phone, and you will get thoughts, you get ideas, and your body can communicate with you. And then once you make it clear, you write it down. Once you make it clear, oh, this is what my body is trying to communicate. I want to move to that kind of reality. I want more freedom. I want to live as a digital nomad. I want to, be wherever I want to be. I want to live in different countries. Once you become aware of that, I'm just reflecting back what my body was saying. But once you become aware of that, you can start focusing on people, things, and habits that will get you there. But if you're never capable of reaching your unique energy, reaching your unique frequency and perspective, how is it even possible that you are capable of attuning yourself to the reality you want to move to? If you're not doing that, you will always stay stuck in current reality, in your current habits that create the current results. If you're happy with your current reality, it's fine. But if you see people around you living in freedom, traveling all the time, just like me, like for me, I wouldn't allow myself to be happy seeing other people living the life I wanted to live, and I wasn't capable of understanding how to live that life. And I was like, okay, I know that I'm not stupid. Maybe in school I wasn't smart, but I know if I want to create certain results, I'm capable of creating it. Why am I not living the life I wanted to live? And that was I was thinking in my 20s. And then from that point on, I was like, okay, I need to protect my energy. I need to protect my perspective. Only focus on the people who are living the life I want to live. And then, start attuning myself to their frequency. Start attuning myself to their reality, to their timeline. And the moment I started to do that, that was the moment things changed. That was the moment I started to realize, wow, there are way more opportunities. Wow, there are way more options in life. I don't have to stay in my own country my whole life. I don't have to pay this amount of rent if I just move to a country where the rent is lower. So for me, starting to travel and living in different places, it was actually also financially a smart move, because the rent in different countries was way lower. And the energy of people, the happiness, the level of happiness was way higher. The temperature was way better. So like for me, it was actually a smart move moving to different countries. And then people say to me, yeah, you cannot live like this your whole life, and at some point you need to work on your life. But that's like a limited belief. It's not a belief system, because I worked on my own business also in other countries, and I've made way more money in foreign countries than I made in my own country just by working online. And that's just a belief system switch, because you can make money online if you know how. You can make money online easily. And I can make more money and I can keep more money if my expenses are low. So my capability of making money in a different country, in a warmer country where the cost of living is less, is my earning potential is way higher than being in my own cold country with negative people and paying high rent. So yeah, it's just a belief system we have to change. And if you need any help with that, click on the link below or link in the bio. And yeah, thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.